Hi, this is Speaking with Kindness. Something I need to do as much as anyone, but I'd like to share what I mean and emphasize consideration when speaking with others, especially with mental illness or any issues like that. And I'll explain why. A conversation to me, or a question particularly, is shining a light if we think of it that way. So, a lot of people say, "How are you?" Trying to be nice, of course, but I'll start a conversation or greet someone. But the light is, how are you? How are you feeling? So if you were genuine, how are you? Often you'd be terrible, dreadful, in pain, frustrated, questioning life, having an existential crisis. The list goes on. But the point being, it's emphasizing an aspect of people that they perhaps don't want to emphasize, particularly at that point. So, hi, how's it going? As innocent as it can be, it's also a bit tricky. So, you have to use, and I know it's tough, but you have to use your own intuition, instinct, and experience to understand how to approach people and how to speak with kindness. So, you wouldn't really ask for instance, a homeless person who's passed out or in the gutter, struggling, gee, how's it going? How's your day going, buddy? Uh, because it's quite obvious that it's inappropriate and terrible manners. But yet we're constantly asking people, how's it going? When clearly, if you were to take a moment to think about it and see that clearly they're struggling. So, in that respect, what's happening, or can I help, or you look like you're going through a tough time, or it's tricky. I know there's no magic solution, but I've found people appreciate those who actually are authentic, sincere, and pay attention. So they're not just using catchphrases or silly whatever questions. And particularly where this is also very helpful is motivational interviewing, and I suggest you look into that in more in depth than my quick brief talk here. But the concept being that you're emphasizing something, you're training a person to emphasize important things. So if you say, for instance, questions that make them focus on the pain, they'll think of how painful it is and the pain will increase. Whereas if you can, everyone knows if you distract someone, they don't think about the pain. It's all of a sudden someone's painful. The pain's the same, but the emphasis is different, and it's how you can approach conversation with kindness. If you think about a conversation with someone, how can I make this person feel amazing? How can I emphasize parts of them or their life or the situation that will give them happiness, will give them positive feelings? And it's a simple concept, but one we overlook. And as I said, I need to work on it as much as everyone, but it's a great concept to work on and something to practice. Namaste.